Hello and welcome. It's an honor to stand before you as a representative of our tremendous staff to address you today. Thank you. For the majority of you, your first day at Federal Way High School was my first day too. Many of you were in my classroom that first day of my teaching career. And in a way, we were freshmen together. We learned about traditions like not stepping on the eagle, about wearing class colors on assembly days, about PI club and the haka, about celebrate ourselves in Blabathon, about the most efficient routes to take across the sprawling and impossibly confusing campus. We learned the difference between a regular schedule and a block schedule, which we had far more regularly than the regular schedule. And many of you sheepishly asked me questions like, where's the closest bathroom? Or do I have first lunch or second lunch? Or what is advisory? To which I replied, I don't know. Some of you have grown more than a foot since you started at Federal Way. Some of you have different hair colors, different styles of clothes, different tastes in music. Some of you have beards. And as terrified and tremulous as you were on your first days, some of you could never have imagined the experiences you would have and the lessons you would learn at Federal Way High School. Some of you have been shocked by the amount of joy you felt at an assembly or a sporting event, or shocked at the school spirit that you've painted on your faces and literally worn on your sleeves. You've been shocked at some of your grades, or who you've dated, or the things that have made you cry. And some of you may even be shocked at how sad you are to leave high school behind. From here, you will all go in many, many different directions. And for many of you, things will not go as planned. That is, if you don't have a plan to begin with. That's fine. It's okay. Because the lessons you have learned at Federal Way High School will be with you wherever you happen to be. Yes, maybe the lessons and truths of great literature will stick with you, obviously. But I know you've learned much more during the last 4 years. Some of you have learned how to expertly forge a note or how to gain the sympathies of your softer, more compassionate teachers. You've learned how to text covertly under desks, behind books. You've learned how to skillfully negotiate the hectic and narrow hallways, jumping puddles, stopping off at lockers, passing notes, and sometimes arriving on time. You've also discovered how powerful a place like Federal Way High School can be. You've discovered how to celebrate the victories and grow from the defeats. You've learned how to do the right thing always, even when no one's around to see it. You've also learned how to support others in times of need so urgent and painful that you can't fathom the extent of their pain. You've learned how to sustain one another after the loss of a mentor, or a coach, or a teacher, or a parent, or a friend. Class of 2012, you've experienced so much, and you've experienced it together. And through it all, the thrilling and the tragic, you've grown stronger. You've grown more unified. You've grown more proud to be a Federal Way Eagle. You've grown and grown and grown. And though you've become unified in surprising and inspiring ways, you're all headed in vastly different directions. You have different dreams, different hopes, aspirations, the places you want to see, the businesses you want to start, the families you want to raise, the change that you want to initiate during your lifetime. And even if you may not know every step you're going to take from here on out, I know that if you simply work hard and try, if you continue to be kind to those around you, to help them out, to be willing to set your self-interest aside for others, then I'm confident that amazing things will happen. Because believe it or not, someday success will not be determined by a grade, whether it's standards-based or not. Instead, you will define what success means in your life. The comedian Stephen Colbert once said, "You will serve what you love. Service is love made visible. If you love your friends, you'll serve your friends. If you love your community, you will serve your community. If you love money, you will serve money. And if you love only yourself, you will serve only yourself, and you will have only yourself." So this is what it comes down to. What will you choose to love? What will you serve? How will you define success? Because that will determine how you spend your time and money and energy. Will you be the one to frighten all of your competitors, to instill fear into the hearts of others? Or will you be the one who inspires them to be better? The truth is that this world needs you. It needs your passion, your creativity and enthusiasm, your commitment to make a difference, to help others, to never settle for the way things have always been. And your eagerness to leave this world better than it was when you arrived. I know that as you go off to college and take jobs all over the state, the country, the world, you will meet people who will be thoroughly stunned, left thinking, now where in the world did they come from? And despite all your vast differences in your lives to come, you'll have at least one thing in common, whether you like it or not, one significant and powerful trait you will carry with you as long as you live. You are eagles. So try, truly try. Laugh in the face of lowered expectations. Look down on apathy and stop rolling your eyes. Because it will be you who changes this world. And if you live with the spirit and the tenacity and the compassion that I have seen so boldly on display in the halls of our school, then the world we live in will be drastically different. In fact, I believe that it already is. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2012.